Hi, I'm James from valwyattmarine. Today I've actually come out on the water with an electric boat to show you. It's a Corsiva 505. That's a new model for us at Valwyatt. It's got some individual features I want to show you and give you some of the best bits, 5 of my favourite things about this boat, and one of those has to be the electric propulsion. I'm going to show you more about exactly what that looks like and what that'll give you in terms of the benefits. But first of all, I just want to take you out underway so that you get a feeling for just how quiet and tranquil it can be to be on an electric day boat. Heading upstream, underway. We're very fortunate to have some very beautiful backwaters here where we are on the Thames. But I thought this is a great place to film the boat, away from other people, not getting in people's way. And although I'm going to talk you through all the features of the boat more towards the end of the boat, show you the lockers and the seating layout, I really wanted to give a flavour for what this electric propulsion will give you. So as I said, it's an e-propulsion system. I've got all my battery information on the top there. Throttle round at the side. It's a very responsive and progressive throttle. And just while we come away, I'm going to turn you around so that you can see that I am genuinely underway and how little noise there is from this motor. I think this boat is really well set up to take advantage of that, because you've got this bench seat at the rear here. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in a moment. But if you were sat there, obviously you haven't got the noise of an internal combustion engine. Really all I can hear is the water. There is a very, very slight thrum of the motor, but it is so quiet that it's negligible. If you have people on board and just the sound of the water going by, hopefully you can tell from my video that is as close to silent as you're going to get. So what else has this boat got to offer? Obviously you can tell I'm a fan of the electric propulsion for sure. As with most Corsivas, you have a conventional bow seating area that goes around there. The helm has access on both sides, so you can walk all the way round, and there is a boarding step on each side. So if you're going through a lock or mooring up, there's somewhere to step in or on each side of the boat. You'll also see that down there you have got cockpit lighting, the LEDs, that's standard on this boat. Working forward, there's also an anchor locker. Once the spray hood is up, there is access to that anchor locker just by unzipping the centre part of the spray hood. I will drop in a photograph now of how the boat looks with the spray hood in position. Raising and lowering that is very, very easy. There are just grenade pins here on the support bars, so you really just undo the poppers, pull those pins, and then we would show you a way on handover how to fold that quickly and neatly. Table is removable. The pole cleverly clips up underneath the table when you don't want to use it. It forms part of the infills if you want to order that option so that you can make a sunbed through that area. Alternatively, you can make a lower table. Now at the rear of the boat, this rear seat back is a flip over. So at the moment I've got it in a position that I can helm the boat. It's quite comfortable for me and 2 other people to sit across the back of the boat there. Equally, you could have friends sat back to back, and you could have people sat over there. I'm going to demo that in a minute. Have your feet down there, and obviously, as I said earlier, it's very, very quiet. But this also flips over, so if you found a nice mooring or somebody's happy to helm standing up, you then get this enormous sunbed. We're now back safely moored up at our marina, so I will run through some of the internal specs in more detail. With the e-propulsion system that this boat is rigged with, I'm going to show you the battery for it. We have rigged this boat with a lithium battery, which I'm going to show you in a moment. The throttle is very, very simple. There is a safety device on that. You can move it forward and out to engage gear, but you can't accidentally knock that. As I said, it's very intuitive, very easy, very smooth. Up on the top you have an e-propulsion monitor which you can configure with your choice of information. But running time, it's like a trip computer on a car, how far you've been. Obviously your battery level is up there. Once you're underway, it will give you your watts, your current consumption, and then an estimation of your current range. Obviously with electric, like cars, everybody always wants to know what really the true range is, and the simple answer to that is it depends on how you are running the boat, what speed you're at, how many people you've got on board, whether you're going against the flow, and all those kind of factors. But I would say is that you can configure this boat to give you a day's river cruising without any problems. Just as a start point, we have rigged this with one lithium battery, which I'm going to show you, but we've also laid the battery tray into this boat that you could increase the number of lithium batteries on board, thus increasing your range. So if you want to know a lot more about your expectations on range, do get hold of us. A, we can show you the boat, and B, we can give you what's more of an exact and realistic day-to-day using range. There's a look at that rear sunbed. I think I touched on the seat back there that flips forward and backwards. So I've now flipped it forward to create the sunbed. That's a massive space there for a boat of this size, and you can see how chilled out you could be there, just lazing around on a mooring or anchored up. You've got cup holders at the rear. And then what's clever, and I talked about features that I like of this boat, and I'll run through them all, but I think this is clever use of space. These seat bases are hinged. Lift those up, and that gives you access to this enormous locker underneath the sunbed. You can just see into it there. Talked about battery trays. There is your lithium battery tucked up under there, and then a tray for a second battery if you wanted to add one into the spec. Our intention is to spec these boats up really well so that you don't have to add on loads of extras. The boat comes with the canopies as standard, so that's a spray hood, which I've got folded flat at the moment, and a tonneau cover to zip onto that to completely weatherproof the boat. I can show you a photograph of how it looks with all that set up, and I'll drop that into the video. The cushions that you see, the quilted cushions, they are included in the standard spec of the boat, as is the cockpit table, which I've already touched on, the flagpole, swim ladder, and everything pretty much that you see. It has nav lights as well. The nav lights, the stern light is removable, so that's out at the moment, but that light does come with it, as well as cockpit lights I mentioned earlier. So it's a really comprehensive package, and you don't need to spend loads of money on extras. That's the end of the walkthrough on this Corsiva 505. This is actually available now, this boat. So it's a stock boat. As I said, the motor is rigged, the batteries are gone. It is good to go. So there's still time to get this boat for this season and enjoy it. If you want to come down and see it, please do give us a call. Contact details are all on our website, the link of which I'll put at the bottom of the video. Thank you.